Greetings. I read a a true story shared by a woman on X, that's Twitter, and I decided to let me share it with you people. You see about this attitude of some of our people to cesarean section. This woman said she was in labor and um, the doctor she was in labor for days and she had obstructed labor. Obstructed labor that means the baby's head could not pass through. She had obstructed labor, and the doctor now recommended cesarean section, right? The mother in law, that is the husband's father, and the husband himself rejected cesarean section, claiming it is against their beliefs, it's against their religion, that it is an arrow that has been shot at them. That's why the woman is finding it difficult to deliver through the birth canal. So the woman was in labor. According to the woman, what now saved her was her sister-in-law, women supporting women. Her sister-in-law that now the sister-in-law didn't know before, right? The sister-in-law did not know before. So what now saved her was when the sister-in-law get to know, she rushed down to the hospital, requested for cesarean section for the woman, and the woman delivered through cesarean section, but the baby died. The baby, as at when the baby came, and the baby was already dead. Right? They call it fresh stillbirth or macerated stillbirth. Baby was already dead. I decided to share this with you because one, um, some of you still have that mindset. What that man and his mother did, what that man and his mother did, some of you still have that mindset. Some of you can still do it. I know some of you will be condemning the act of the man now, whereas you have that same mind. You will do the same thing. And two, you people still attach spirituality to delivery, which is wrong. Three, more women need to be educated about these things. If not that, her sister-in-law is well informed and came to save the day for her. Hmm? She, she wouldn't have been able to share that sad news on her page again. You get what I mean? She wouldn't have been able, she would have been dead by now. She would have died with her baby. And from what he said is that the husband is still insisting that it was an arrow. That's why she could not push. In fact, let me even give you another gist. The doctor did not even want the woman to go into labor ab initio. The doctor already know that the woman is going to have obstructed labor, right? And recommended that they should just do cesarean section and bring out the baby. But the parents said the mother of the mother-in-law and the husband insisted that the woman must push. So that's how the woman went into labor. So for some of you that will be asking that, why is it that the doctor didn't know on time that the woman will have obstructed labor? The doctor knew. The doctor told them, and the um, the family refused. Right? The family she married into refused. You get, they refused. Now, and another thing, the another high point I want to bring out is that for me and many hospitals I know, especially government, especially teaching hospitals owned by federal government, I don't. If a woman will require CS, We don't wait upon the husband to make that decision or the family members. You get what I mean? Nobody waits upon them. It's a decision she can make on her own. It's her body, right? Now, leaving decisions for CS for the husband and the mother-in-law is wrong. That's why I feel the hospital were wrong. If it, I was the one, I told you that, oh yeah, this is it, obstructed labor. You say no. We'll do CS. You say no. I will refer you. I'll refer you to a teaching hospital so that you can go and be fighting it out with government there. Uh-huh. That's what I will do. So we can do better, right? We can actually do better. Really, we can do better. And another thing I need to say, those of you that married your daughters out, you are not, don't sell your daughters to other families. That somebody married into another family does not mean you still don't have right over that your daughter. My if I have a daughter, my daughter marries into another family, I will still be interested in what happens to her. They don't sell female children that your daughter is pregnant, went into labor. None of you from your mother's side, none of you, no family member from the woman's side got to know that the woman has been in labor and was forced into labor by her husband's family. You get, keep your ear down. Some of you married girl children out, right? You married your daughters out. You still have right over that your daughter. They are still part of your family, even though somebody else has married her. Don't just leave things to chance. They would have called the family now that the woman is dead, and they won't have known what her. They'll say she died in labor. All these stories of she was forced into labor and she could not push. Nobody will say that. They say, enemies, she died in labor. Whereas doctor has counseled her. If the woman's family was in the loop, she would have, or he or she would have, any member of the woman family was in the loop, he or she would have raised an alarm and said, "Oh, our daughter is in labor. The family is refusing CSO, even when the doctor is saying she cannot push." Oh, you get what I mean? Some of you forget your girl children, your daughters that you marry out. You now hear that they are dead. They will now start bringing them to your house. They are dead, but you get what I mean? Please, we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. And I don't want anybody to come here and be saying it's because of money. There's a limit to this money excuse. There is a limit to it. Doctor cannot tell you your wife cannot push, baby is too big, or the baby have your wife has cephalopelvic disproportion, and let's do CS to bring her baby to save baby and wife. You say no, you are insisting on money. Now the baby died. The woman could have died if not that the sister-in-law of that woman, of that girl, came around and said, no, this is what you people have been doing. Let's do CS for the, yeah, let the doctor do the CS. And the hospital too, please don't be leaving critical decisions as far as CS is concerned to the family members or patient relative to be decided. As far as the woman is conscious and alert and she's of age, she can make decision for herself. That's the rule anyway. Thank you and bye-bye.